Hello everyone, I'm Kibitz and welcome back to Satisfactory, where today we're starting our first mega project. Because the last time we automated aluminum, and most importantly, we got, the hover pack. So now we can pretty much fly wherever we want creatively and build our super factories with ease. Let me tell you, it's really gonna help us out today. And if you're excited for that, remember to leave a like and subscribe. So what is our giant project we're building today? Well, let me tell you, we have a massive problem in this world. That is our power. We have a consumption of like 10,000 with our starter factory. The max consumption is 28,000 megawatts and our capacity is like 18,000-ish. So huge problems, huge problems. So today we're building a super massive fuel power plant. Because the last time, since we did all of that aluminum stuff and got all the unlocked recipes, we now have the great one, diluted fuel. But in a blender. So there's no unpacking and repacking and all that nonsense like we were doing before. Cause yeah, the packaged diluted fuel stuff is convoluted as anything. You make the heavy oil residue, you have to get and package water, combine it with the heavy oil residue in a refinery, and then unpack all of the fuel and send the empty cartons back to be repacked with water. And yeah, we're redoing all this because again, with the blender, all we have to do is stick in the water, stick in the heavy oil residue, and boom, it's done. And because we're power sharding everything, we're gonna need around 80 to 110,000 megawatts of capacity. So it's gonna be a pretty massive project. And we're probably we are gonna use all of the crude oil in this northern part of the map. So up here, there's about 3,450 crude oil, which will translate into, let me check my notes here, 9,200 fuel. This is gonna be crazy. And this project is going to be super massive. It's probably gonna take up literally all the space in front of us here. And I have a pretty wild design for things. So we're gonna be building all of the blenders and refineries in between like this mushroom thing and that mushroom thing, down close to the ocean so they can be close to water extractors. Then all the extra fuel generators we're gonna have to build are going to be up here in this kind of weird cliff biome that's just above the ocean. And I've already brought a train track up and over here so we can use this as our project train to bring on in items. And I'll build out this huge platform over this way. Oh, and also you guys are probably wondering, Kibitz, what about turbo fuel? The precious ultimate fuel source that we used in the last season? We will not be using it this time around. It even got a new recipe, which is even better than the original. However, it uses our sulfur, and we have to have the sulfur to make sulfuric acid for nuclear. So unfortunately, we're not gonna be doing any turbo fuel memes this playthrough. So lots to do, gotta get started. I built the platform out as a reference for when we build the fuel generators, got the project train in, and I have built the floor for our refinery and blender area. We're gonna use this space over here as the input logistics space. So we'll have water and crude oil flowing in through this way. It'll go through the middle of the factory, and onto the left and the right, we'll have blenders and the refineries. The combo we're going for is this alternate heavy oil residue recipe. It turns crude oil into a ton of heavy oil and some polymer resin. And then, of course, we have the blender. Praise be the blender and its alternate diluted fuel. So this needs 50 per minute and makes 100 fuel per minute. Well, this makes 40 heavy oil residue. This wants 50. Yeah, those numbers, not super radical. There's two ways we can go about this. Instead of having like things really close together, we can have a section of the factory that is just for building the heavy oil residue. So there we go. And then the other side for blenders. Or we could build them just side by side, just like this, and fiddle with numbers. You see, if we overclock this by 250%, we end up getting 100 heavy oil residue per minute. So that means with this, we could overclock it 100%, and it will want 100 heavy oil residue per minute. You see what's happening here? We got ourselves a combo. So it's a 1 refinery to 1 blender kind of setup. Super simple, right? And then I guess the polymer resin again. Yeah, it'll be synced. Is this right? Yeah? Yep. Easy peasy. So that's the method we're gonna go with. We're going to build now a huge kind of repeatable pattern that we can just stack up as many times as we need. And how I like to go about this, or at least with big factories, is I like to base my giant repeatable patterns based off of the main input. And in this case, it's crude oil. So if this is at 250%, that means 30 times 2.5, each refinery will need 75 crude oil per minute. So we could have pipes that have 600 crude oil per minute. So what's 600 divided by 75? 8, easy. Easy numbers, easy life. So we'll build this 8 times, and that'll be a super simple system. Note for future Kibs, never, ever, 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 ever say something is going to be super simple, especially when we're talking about refineries. All right, future Kibs, cool beans. Yeah, I thought it would be, but my method of building systems here gets a little, finicky after the first stages, which I've already built now. So we have like all of the refineries and blenders built. We have the refinery, just hook up to the blender, easy peasy. And then the blender's output is on this side. So it ends up here, and this blender's output is here. And this is all like one system, or at least it will be. Here's now the problem. It's everything else. Now, the polymer resin, simple enough. We throw that on a belt and we call that a day. GG easy, we'll throw it off to a resource sink. Now the water, yeah, the sippy drink, kind of gonna be an issue. Each of these is gonna need 200 water per minute. We have 8 of them, so 200 times 8 is 1,600, okay. Well, we only have 600 pipes, so 1,600 divided by 600 is a horrifically messy number. So we have to bring in that amount of water, and later on, we're gonna have to balance that amount of water out with all the other systems around here we're gonna build. So that's gonna be an absolute disaster. The fuel though will be exactly the same problem. It's 200 fuel. Everything aside from this is a mess. So let's kind of try this out then. Have this here, bringing in the first batch of water. Or wait a second. It'll be 2 600 lines and then a 400 line. Let's have this be the 400 line. Oh, and we have to get the fuel out of here too. Let's just go higher. So if we go from here to there, and then using the glorious wheel, throw this in here. That's not gonna work, is it? Oh no. But what if it does? Oh, there's hope. Don't do it, Kibitz. Don't do it, Kibitz. The greed. You see, we could have it look just a little bit better, just a little bit better if we do this. And then we go down like this. It kinda works. Okay, no, not exactly. I'll probably just have this water line going up over this way, and then we'll have more room. Oh yeah, I can already tell 100% this is gonna be a much better idea. So this is now gonna be the water line up top here. Ah, look at how good that looks. Oh yeah, and we'll do that. Then we have the fuel lines right here. So we sneak this bad boy right down there and connect that up. Easy. And we'll repeat this design for these other 2 machines. Okay, not bad. Oh, it's bad. What about the fuel in the first machine? Oh, hello, sir. What's gonna happen here? We have 4 blenders per side, each of which making 200 fuel per minute. At the end of the system, I'm gonna try and keep it clear. Usually by the end of the system, there's like a million pipes and it's a complete disaster zone. So let's connect this up here. There we go. Just using the lower Mark 1 pipe so we can save on materials. That one's good. And then this one will go into here as well. So then we have an extra blender at the end. What will we do with you, sir? Hold up. Let's have this here. You will bring the fuel there. So we'll just go forward just as a test to like here. And then this is a new fuel line. Right on. Easy peasy. So that's 1, 2, and this will be the 3. Okay, so we'll have 3 blenders going into that. Gotcha. And that's a 600 line right there. This will be a 600 line of fuel right there. So this will 1, 2, 3. And then these 2 are, no wait. Yeah, this one and this one will make up the 400 line. And if we continue this pipe down this way, then it'll just be down here, skewed on over here, and then we'll just have the 400 pipe like up there. All right, actually this should work out pretty well. Well, technically it works out pretty well. By the end of the day, we have pipes going everywhere. Had to use beacons to label what the heck is going on. So we got 200 water going in here. We have 600 water going up in here. And then, wait, yeah, that's 600 fuel, 600 fuel, and 400 fuel there. All right, yeah. A little crazy, a little wacky, a little wild. And then back here, this will be relatively simple. We'll have to get some water into these blenders as well. But we could just have this running along the ground and it shouldn't be too bad. And that is pretty much, though, our first little system. Now, how much crude oil does this take up? Well, we already calculated that. It's 600 crude oil per minute, and this biome here has 3,450 crude oil. Oh no, oh no, how many of these do we have to build? 3,450 divided by 600, 5.75. We pretty much have to build 6 of these systems. No. Oh no. Oh, you guys see, now this part, it looks intimidating, but it'll actually be fine. What I'm freaking out about is all the pipe work that will end up in the middle of the factory. Oh my gosh. That will be the ultimate nightmare. But step one, we gotta build all these refineries and blenders. So I guess we just boop it then, eh? You just gotta really love booping, don't you guys? Oh my gosh, this took forever. It took forever, but it is done-ish. All of the setups are put together just like the first one, and we're good to go. There's one last setup right at the end here that's gonna be taking like the 450 crude oil per minute, because we had 3,450, the extra 450 just gets scooted here. So yeah, one little weird system, but pretty much all the rest are the same. Okay, that means it's time for Pipe Mageddon. I'm super worried. I'm super scared. This is going to be brutal. So what we have to do is we have to bring in all of the water and all of the crude oil. Again, it's gonna come from this direction, so let's just set that up. The fuel we won't worry about yet, because that'll be going up, and we will just worry about that then. Smile. And yeah, we'll get to the water when we get to it. First up, crude oil. Luckily, we don't have too much going on in terms of crude oil. There's only 1, 2, 3 setups here on this side, so that's 3 pipes of crude. And the first one over here is already connected. So boom, we'll just throw one in here. This will go to system 2. There you go, my friend. And then this third pipe will go to system 3, the weird 451, which is right in there. Now, for the love of anything, Kibs, you have to remember to leave a like. Haha, got him. No, all caps this, Kibs. Remember, this is a 450 line. Oh my gosh, future Kibs is not gonna remember that without beacons. Praise be the beacons, the notepads of Satisfactory. Okay, so that's good. And I guess we can just mirror that on the other side, no problem. Let's get to the real problem. All of these pipes, oh boy. So, more beacons, what are the notes saying? Well, this one says the bottom is 600 fuel out, 600 water in. Easy, let's not deal with that, let's deal with the difficult one. Yeah, the 400 fuel out, oh, that's at the top, and then 600 fuel at the bottom. Wait, we don't need to worry about the fuel again, because that's just going up. So are we just worrying about water right now? Yeah, 200 water in, and the poly, who cares about the poly right now? Let's deal with the water then. So this, is it the top one? You see, this is my memory here. Top, 600 water in, yes, okay. So let's get the water going this way. I suppose we'll start as close as possible, like about here, and bring the water over to there. And then this water, it's 200. Wait, if this is 200 water, and we have 3 systems per side, that's 600 water, oh my gosh. We can combine all of the 600 lines together into one super water line, the ultimate in hydration. Oh my gosh, it's happening right now, bruh. All right, well, all the water will have to end up over here. So let's figure that out right now then. Oh, wait. No, that was way too easy. I forgot, there's extra 200 pipes at the end here. And then I think this is a 600. Is this all 800 water? Yes, this is. Okay, everything actually will be a nightmare. But at least for the most part, we can just have a line running down this way. We'll have the junctions right in front and just start combining up all the water like so. So that water will go there. The water from over here will scoot over up this way and into a new junction. Good. And then we just do that for the next one here. And look at that. Our first little 600 line is done. Man, was I worried? Yes. Should I have worried? Yes, actually. Now we're blocking off this other water line, but we can move it somewhere else and we can finagle things. Usually when I'm working with like weird numbers and like at this point in the build, I like to get the most challenging part out of the way and then focus on the easier things later. And then we're all good. All right, so yeah, took a lot of messing around here and a lot of odd spaghetti, but eventually everything kind of worked itself out. It wasn't really as bad as I thought it would be. Just a lot of stuff that had to be moved around and stuff like that. And yeah, we've ended up with this. The beginning of the Pipe-mageddon. See, now this is where all of the inputs go into the system. We still have to deal with the fuel outputs, but again, like, I don't know, I think I'm a little worried about things. After getting all the pipe work done here in such a strange manner, I feel like we can easily handle the fuel. And what we'll be doing is we'll just have a wall going up this way. Excuse me, resources. 200 inventory slots and still not enough, please. Why? Now, as I was saying, we're gonna have this go all the way up here, and we're gonna have the fuel start somewhere around this level. So we'll have this come down this way, and eventually the fuel will get up here. Oh, but we have to combine it and do all that meme with the fuel too. Similar to the water, we have the 400 lines of fuel all out and about, and we have to balance everything. Well, I guess we could just bring it up here first, and then balance it up here or something. Yeah, that's a good plan. Oh, wait a second, I also just realized. We've built all of the blenders now. Yeah, all the blenders in the refineries are done. So we don't need to have all the fuel generators up there. We can just have them up here. Oh, that could be pretty cool. Okay, or maybe not here, but maybe like just a little bit higher, like a floor there. Just have like a little crawl space for fuel pipes just down beneath it. Okay, so I can get rid of this whole platform. That'll be nice, and we'll just build up there all the fuel power plants. Excellent, I like it a lot. Let's do that. Back to the fuel stuff though. Yeah, we want to have it centered too. Ideally, we'll have all the fuel come up, go to some like elevated platform, like here, and then go up to those next floors. It should work out well. So then I guess we'll have this go this way, and then up here. Sure, yes. Okay, somehow I'll make this look good with the other two pipes. Yeah, right on. This looks just fine. So all the pipes just go up, they'll go over, GG easy. Fun fact, actually, check this out. You can build the pipes directly through platforms. I never knew this. I never tried. Neat though, eh? And don't worry, we're gonna be getting rid of all these platforms and stuff like that later on. Just want to try and get the design down here. Now we got it. All these pipes are good to go pretty much and get gathered up in the middle now. And underneath here, probably later on, we'll add in some lights and stuff to kind of light up this factory at night. Yeah, that's all good. I did the other side, and the other side was a little bit of a different design, but it all works out just the same. Everything ends up here, GG easy. And now just to build everything over in this direction and figure out what to do with the extra fuel pipes. And TLDR, this was a nightmare. This was absolutely worse than all of the water, but I managed to figure things out. It was a time. Luckily, we have valves, and valves are our friend. So yeah, I can't even explain this whole thing. TLDR, everything is valved and split up and together and merged and split and all this jazz. And we end up with all the lines being 600 fuel per minute, except for this one here. This one right in the top middle, which is something. How much is in there? 200. Yeah, so 200 fuel per minute just in this one line. And every other line is 600 fuel per minute. There are 15 pipes. Yes, 15 times 600. 9,000 plus the 200, 9,200 fuel per minute. Oh boy, that's spicy. That is a spicy meatball. Okay, cool. We're gonna put a pin in that. We still have to test this entire system to make sure it works. And let me tell you, if it doesn't, I don't know, I'm gonna have a panic attack. Let's just hope it all works later on. We have to bring in the resources though. Still need like, oh my gosh, 9,200 water, and then all of the fuel from the entire biome. Luckily, the fuel situation, or sorry, the crude oil situation is pretty much halfway done already, so no big deal. And then the water situation won't be too bad. We need 9,200 water as well, but if we overclock a water extractor, we end up getting 300 water per minute from each of them. And fun fact, you have to be by power poles to use the hover pack. Good job, Kibitz. Well done. So with each water extractor getting us 300 water per minute, we needed 31 of them. I piped them over, ta-da, it's done. Along with the crude oil. Yeah, that last death kind of ticked me off a little bit, so just booped it pretty much, and we are good to go. 9,200 water per minute, 3,450 oil per minute, and we are almost ready to test things up. I've connected the water, haven't connected the crude yet because we still have the other thing. Ba, 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 ba. The resin, yeah. We still have to get polymer resin out of the system. Later on, we'll turn it into like rubber and plastic or something, but for now, we're gonna sink it. How much rubber and how much of that are we making, actually? Okay, ran some quick numbers, and it looks like we're making 2,400 polymer resin per minute. Gotcha. Yeah, well, that's gonna require a handful of awesome sinks, brother. Just a few, maybe like 5. Yeah, it was actually 5. And now polymer resin is dealt with, meaning everything is dealt with. So we can test the whole system out. Now, preemptively, I'm so sorry, but to test things, we have to do horrible spaghetti messes. Well, we didn't have to, but I just did, because this is all temporary. Each of these pipes is the fuel lines. They're going to fluid buffers, just so we can see each system working. That's kind of the idea here. Then we'll get rid of this, of course, because, yeah, no. Okay, right, how's our power looking? I'm scared. Power is looking just the same as before. Okay, it's actually a little bit lower on the consumption end. I guess some stuff backed up back in our main base or something. That's really, really nice. Really, really nice. So hopefully now when we turn this all on, our power doesn't die out. But also, just in case, I added in an extra 50 batteries. So we have 10,600 megawatt hours of battery time, or battery power, whatever this stat means. We got lots of batteries just in case. Okay, enough to link. Let's try this out. I'm giving it like 70 out of 100. Yeah, 70% chance of completely crashing. So it should be a little spooky. Oh yes, one last thing, but this pipe right here is turned off with a valve because the crude oil from here is going to our starter power plant over here. So if we activated this one, all of our power shuts down, and that would be hyper bad. Okay, let's try and get this all activated at once. If there's gonna be a power outage, I want to see it. It needs to happen. All right, we're seeing some polymer resin. It's kind of the main thing showing everything's working. It's coming from over here, which is kind of weird. Maybe I accidentally connected a pipe and something's happening. I'm not sure. It's fine though. We're seeing this system's online. Beautiful. Water is moving. Fuel's not grooving. Hello, fuel. Oh, the one thing with this system is it's gonna take a long time to start up. All of the crude oil is going through like 8 machines. And it's all overflow. So that's the thing with overflow. It takes a long time to start things and get them going. Okay, that's fine though. Just want to make sure all the water is going to the right place. We're getting the heavy oil residue where it needs to be. No power. Yeah, that's a problem. Here we go. Get a mix in, my sir. Wonderful. Plenty of water. Very, very good. Didn't get any of the numbers wrong. Crude, good. Resin, fine. All right, it is activated. Things are happening. Polymer resin is moving. Yep, there's a little bit down there. That's good. We only need to see a little bit from each system to know it's working. Yeah, this one's good too. This one's good too. Fantastic. And the power hasn't gone off yet. Look at that blue line. Gorgeous. 45,000 megawatts of what? Max consumption is going up? I thought it was, what? I already hooked the machines up to the power grid. Why? I thought it would show that already. Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. We have about 7,000 megawatts kind of ready here. That's spooky. Machines are still getting warmed up, so that's gonna probably knock us out. Yikes. Okay, sinks are working though. Good. Let's check on the fuel itself. I just wanna see that these fluid buffers are filling up. Let's just start over here. Literally 0 fuel. Not looking good. Excuse me? Pardon me? What? Hello? Oh, there is fuel up here. Hold up. Wait a second. Is it really? Man, I guess the system really is just that slow. Oh, but it's moving now. Once it gets going, yeah, it's going up to 600 fuel per minute, meaning we can fill one of these bad boys in 3 minutes. Pretty good. Oh yeah, things are looking real good, brother. Excellent, excellent. What? 602 fuel per minute? We've broken the time-space continuum, finally. And yep, everything down here is running just fine. I think a lot of pipes are starting to fill up. Fuel is starting to fill up. Good, good. And then we can do the ultimate test. Starting up this whole system from 0. Because as we set it up before, kind of everything was overflowing and starting up all slowly. But if we activate it all at once, things could be fun. So we're gonna flush all of the fuel. And because all of the crude oil has backed up in the pipes downstairs, that means everything should be able to run at 100% all at once. Oh yeah, bud. This is going to be insane. Actually, it's like 80% because we can't use this crude oil pipe, but still, it's like pretty much everything is going off at once. Fun fact, by the way, all of these are overclocked out the wazoo. So they take 130 megawatts per refinery and then 230 megawatts per blender. So this thing takes up a lot of power. And that's not even to say anything about all the water extractors, pumps, or oil extractors. So yeah, if our power doesn't go out here, I can't actually imagine that not happening. Oh yeah, of course, of course. So we're using battery power now. Interesting. This is the first time it's ever happened. Okay, time until empty. Oh, that's interesting. So we're like 3,000 megawatts over our consumption or capacity there. Oh, and because like our max output is 10,600 and we're only using that amount, we have plenty of time. Oh, that's super, super, super cool, dude. All right, batteries are awesome. And now it's looking like we're only at about 23,000 megawatts. That is way lower than I thought. I think then this whole system, everything downstairs, everything takes about 18,000 megawatts. That was way below my estimates. I was estimating everything would take like 35,000 megawatts. So that's pretty good. That's really good. And yeah, our batteries will carry us through this. All these will fill up again and we're good. All right, that means we can get to the next phase, building the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fuel power plants. Oh my gosh. Yeah, 9,000 plus fuel is gonna get us a lot of juice. At least once it's running. However though, it has been a hyper busy day, so we'll get to those fuel power plants later, and we'll do a decorating run on this whole place as well to make it all spiffy and shiny clean. So yeah, that's gonna be all for today, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you for watching. But have a fantastic rest of your day, and bye-bye.